Liam Payne was one of the biggest pop stars on the planet, but his sudden and tragic passing in October 2024 left the entire music world in a state of absolute shock. For months, fans and legal experts have been wondering what would happen to his massive fortune and who would take control of his multi-million-dollar legacy. Now, official court documents have finally been released, and the details inside are turning heads all across Hollywood. Liam Payne left absolutely everything to his 9-year-old son, Bear. This massive inheritance has officially made Bear one of the wealthiest celebrity kids in the world overnight, but the legal battle behind the scenes is far more complicated than anyone expected. It turns out that Liam did not have a legal will before his untimely death at the age of 31, which forced the courts to intervene and make a final decision. According to court documents obtained by major media outlets like People magazine and TMZ, the total value of Liam Payne estate stands at a staggering $29 million. The legal documents state that his young son Bear is the sole beneficiary of this entire fortune, meaning not a single dollar goes to anyone else. However, a 9-year-old cannot simply manage $29 million on his own, which is where the strict legal conditions come into play. The court has decided that while a small portion of the funds will be available for Bear's immediate needs, the vast majority of the money will be securely locked away. This huge fortune will be held in a strict legal trust, and Bear will not be able to touch the main chunk of his inheritance until he officially turns 18. This decision was made to protect the child's future, but it also brings major responsibilities for the people left in charge. Since Liam passed away without leaving a formal will, the court had to officially appoint administrators to manage this massive $29 million estate. In a move that surprised some but made perfect sense to others, Liam's ex-partner Cheryl Cole has been named as one of the main administrators. Cheryl will be managing the estate alongside a prominent attorney named Richard Mark Bray, and together they will control how the funds are used until Bear comes of age. This means Cheryl now holds incredible power over Liam's financial legacy, which shows the deep trust that still existed between the former couple despite their separation. Fans are closely watching how this arrangement will work, especially given the intense public scrutiny surrounding the family since Liam's tragic fall in Argentina. Before his devastating passing, Liam often spoke about how much he loved being a parent and how fatherhood completely changed his perspective on life. In an emotional interview from 2018, Liam opened up about the challenges and beauties of being a working dad in the intense spotlight of Hollywood. He famously stated that he always wanted to be a young dad, but he never truly expected to find himself in such a crazy position. Liam explained that when he was at home, he was just a regular dad focused entirely on his son, but the moment he stepped out to work, he had to face the wild and unpredictable world of fame. This balance was never easy for him, but those close to him say that Bear was always his biggest motivation and the anchor that kept him grounded through his toughest times. The release of these court documents has brought a sense of closure to the financial side of Liam's legacy, but the emotional wounds for One Direction fans remain deeply open. Seeing Bear inherit his father's entire fortune is a bittersweet moment for millions of people who followed Liam's journey from a teenager on The X Factor to a global superstar. The $29 million estate is a testament to the incredible success Liam achieved during his career, even though his life was cut tragically short. As Bear grows up under the care of Cheryl and under the protection of this massive trust, the world will be watching to see how Liam's memory is kept alive. The legacy of One Direction continues to live on through the music, but for Liam, his true legacy is the young boy who now carries the weight of a multi-million-dollar empire.